What's up? Good morning, Crypto Nation. I'm the Data Lord. Welcome to Decentralized TV. This is Crypto and Coffee, and we talk about coffee, we drink about crypto, and vice versa. Yeah. So hope everyone's feeling frosty this morning. Shall we take a look at the markets? Here we go. So let's take a look at what's happening. We've been moving and shaking. Our show's going to be interesting today for sure. It probably impacts most of us, which is why it's interesting. So Bitcoin not giving a crap. Still under 27K, 26.5 this morning. We have Ethereum, same dealio, only it's at under 19K. And I'm sorry, 1900. Yeah, we don't deal with the same numbers in Ethereum. But as far as ups and downs, same deal. Still sub 19K, 1900, not even K. XRP, people keep talking about XRP. They're bullish on the rulings finally coming out since we're in summer. Summer boys. We have Cardano looking pretty hurt. Dogecoin up 2.5% today. So everyone's got to ask what's Elon doing. And Solana up 1.5%. We have Litecoin up 1.4% as well. Just barely under $90 a coin. So still looking like a good scoop. You see this chart over here? You see how it's going down? Usually if this is moving down on this 7-day, it's a good buy opportunity. So, and it happens to be DCA Friday. So you know what that means. You know what to do. We have nothing else really important going on in the whole space. So I'd say let's take a look at the news, shall we? Since buy opportunities, you know what to do today. We have our first article for the day. Blockchain games come to internet browsers. Or blockchain, I'm sorry, not games. Blockchain comes to internet browsers. So the Ethereum name service is going to launch a .box web domain in September. So we should start seeing like website .box, URLs popping up. And if so, they're referencing Ethereum. Wonder how the Crypto Nation's doing. We got Salty Prepper holding down the fort. What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Yeah, LTC's waking up a little. And frankly, it's time. It's time for him to wake up and go to work. And I certainly want him to work for me. So we're just going to keep watching LTC. But let's get into this story here. So the leading Web3 identification project, Ethereum Name Service, or ENS, is launching a new domain name extension dubbed .box in September 2023. The lead developer of Ethereum Name Service, Nick Johnson, shared his update on Twitter on June 7th, noting that the upcoming development would be the first blockchain-native domain name system, DNS routable top-level domain. I think that's freaking cool. ENS is integrating blockchain to Web 2. According to Johnson's tweet, the proposed .box TLD is a joint venture between ENS and my.box. Wow. The registration for the domain names will follow a similar approach to .eth domains. The upcoming .box TLD is a blockchain-based internet name service enabling Ethereum users to redirect links to websites and send emails. I think that's good. The .box is Ethereum name service enabled, meaning the registration to obtain or transfer a .box domain will be via the Ethereum blockchain. Oh, how neat. The .box domain names allow the NFT owner to own both DNS-based and ENS-based names. According to the announcement, the service will roll out by September. The new internet name system raised censorship concerns among the crypto community. A user asked how resistant the .box domains are to censorship. He also inquired about the possibility of the FBI seizing control of the TLD. Serious question. What happens when the FBI demands that whoever runs .box DNS resolver redirects to the standard FBI takedown page? That is a good question. In response, Nick Johnson said it seemed unlikely for the FBI to try and seize the whole TLD. To the question about censorship, Johnson said, no, ICANN requires that they have an AUP and adhere to the UDRP process. So there will be a stiff way for names to be seized. Johnson's response implies that .box TLD is not resistant to censorship and would operate similarly to a regular domain name. I mean, and this is just a question of how centralized or decentralized is Ethereum as well, right? So, good questions. ENS.eth versus .box domains. So the Ethereum name service is a blockchain native domain name system that gives users identity across Web3 and crypto platforms. It shares the same basic concept with traditional name systems, only that it uses a distributed technology based on the Ethereum blockchain. The primary function of ENS is to convert machine-readable identifiers like cryptocurrency addresses to human-readable domains. ENS addresses or URLs end with .eth and eliminate the long string of numbers in crypto addresses with simple domains like james.eth. Each .eth domain name is an identifier used to identify Ethereum addresses, hashes, metadata, and other blockchain-based addresses. The soon-to-launch .box naming system operates similarly to ETH. The main difference is, unlike the ETH, which does not use the traditional web DNS, .box domains will be accessible through the ENS and web browsers. Well, with the new .box domains, users can assess their blockchain addresses on web browsers. So basically, this is built directly into the web browser, and it looks like it goes straight up through Ethereum name service and then your web browser. It's bypassing the public DNS. That's what I think it's saying. So weird stuff, man. Pay attention to what Ethereum's doing here, because it really is going to create some sort of pattern that we'll see repeat. So don't sleep on it. It's an experiment, and I think it's going to set a pattern. So next article here, Coinbase legal chief Paul Grewal. He says the SEC misread the law. What a guy. Coinbase legal chief Paul Grewal says SEC misread the law. Paul Grewal said that once a federal judge versed in such a matter presides over the case in court, they will come to the same conclusion. And that is a ugly llama. Coinbase chief legal officer Paul Grewal believes that the SEC has misread the law when it comes to labeling many cryptocurrencies as securities, and the status of crypto will remain strong. Grewal said that once a federal judge versed in such a matter presides over the court case, they will come to the same conclusion. He added that the exchange is very confident about this, as such believes that crypto is here to stay. Grewal made the statement during an appearance on TechCrunch's Chain Reaction podcast on June 8th, where he discussed the SEC's lawsuit filed against Coinbase on June 6th. Coinbase was expecting litigation. Grewal said that it's business as usual for the exchange despite the lawsuit, and it currently has no plans to delist any of the assets listed in the SEC complaint. However, he added that the exchange would continue to evaluate the position based on new information as it comes in. Yeah, this is more like a jackass than a llama. Real talk. You got a jackass llama. I mean, why not both? Grewal said that Coinbase has been preparing for the lawsuit for a long time now. Air quotes, long time now. As it has been expecting the SEC lawsuit after the watchdog hinted at pursuing litigation earlier in March. That's fair. He said that Coinbase's attempts to glean clarity over regulations and its operations were snubbed repeatedly, despite its best efforts to engage with the regulator. So, sounds like they're not even playing ball here. According to Greenwald, the exchange privately met with SEC more than 30 times since fall of 2022 in an effort to establish common ground and find a path to register with the regulator. However, the SEC ultimately declined to engage with the exchange or provide any guidance. Greenwald said, when it came time to get a response from the SEC or to hear their ideas for how this might work, we received nothing. We were simply thanked for our time and invited to leave. That sentence here. Hey guys, I just want to invite you to leave. Invite me. Is that really an invitation, bro? Crypto will thrive outside the US. And here's the takeaway, right? Greenwald said, countries around the world are starting to establish strict, firm, but sensible rules for the crypto industry in their jurisdictions, which point to a bright future for the technology. He said, there's no question crypto will continue to thrive outside the US. Da-da-da. So sad. Gundy, can I get a longer yo? Happy freaking awesome Friday, Crypto Nation. So true. So true. And look, here's the thing. If you move fiat to crypto, you're going to be okay. You move crypto to fiat, no promises, bud. No promise. No promise there, bud. And honestly, like more and more governing bodies and legitimate companies are starting to accept crypto more and more. So I think if the SEC is going to play this game, we ought to just say, you know what? It's probably best if our communities anyway start accepting cryptocurrencies at the cash register. Honestly, it's probably better if we start doing that, because what if BRICS does have some waves for a little bit? Do we really want our economics impacted by what those countries are doing? Probably not. And so I'd say that it's probably good for even for the US dollar, frankly, for the adoption of crypto to happen in the United States, just so if people aren't dependent on the US dollar, it just means that they're not dependent on the dollar. It doesn't mean anything about whether their economies are doing well or not, right? Oh, Gandhi came through. You guys ready for this? Yo! Oh man, no DCA for a while. You're headed back to the Philippines. Well, enjoy the Philippines. It's beautiful this time of year. So, continuing. Meanwhile, it is striking that one part of the federal government that is insisting on a completely different approach to regulating the sector, Greenwald added. The SEC has publicly stated that it does not believe new rules and regulations are necessary for the crypto industry, as current securities laws already cover them adequately. However, the crypto industry and many U.S. politicians disagree with the regulator's stance and believe the sector needs tailor-made rules to account for its differences from traditional finance. Well, you know what they say, bud. So I think we got to push back on this. Like, how do we push back? We push back by encouraging companies we do business with to start taking cryptocurrencies. And, clearly it looks like Paul Greenwald just the SEC misread the law, and that's okay. This conversation is great because the SEC is actually having to do their job for the first time in a very long time. And that's a good thing. That at very least they're being questioned as to their core competencies, because moving forward that'll be pretty relevant. So let's look at this here. NFT Inspect introduces new PFP discovery tool for Twitter. So the recently resurrected NFT analysis platform has a new Chrome browser extension that also works in Brave, by the way, that provides real-time data on Twitter profile pictures. So, you know how Twitter has NFT art for profile pictures built in? Well, what this is saying is that this Chrome browser extension analyzes that in browser so you can see what people's, Twitter NFT situation looks like. If you've seen a popular non-fungible token on Twitter and wondered who else has shared it or who owns it, there's a new tool to help you answer that question. NFT Inspect, a popular NFT analysis and community tool, recently brought back to life, has launched a new Chrome browser extension that provides real-time data on popular NFT collections commonly used as Twitter profile pictures or PFPs. Profile picture or something. What does PFP stand for? A clicky. It stands for profile picture. Okay. So, ¿dónde está PFP? The Twitter NFT search tool, which is also available in beta as a web version, allows users to search for different ways an NFT is used on Twitter, either as a profile picture or shared as a tweet. The tool can also analyze individual wallet addresses by crawling through publicly available blockchain data to determine the usage of any NFT in the wallet. The browser extension can also display rarity traits or of individual NFTs. This is super awesome. This will actually make hunting for rare NFTs a little bit better for people who do that. Twitter has emerged as the central communication platform for all things crypto and NFTs, where industry news, project updates, and community discussions take place in real time. President of NFT Inspect, Oliver Cohen told CoinDesk, however, we noticed a lack of comprehensive tools that could harness the power of Twitter and provide users with a complete solution for tracking, analyzing, engaging with the crypto and NFT ecosystems. That's really astute, actually. Cohen explained that the tools utilize AI algorithms to power its Chrome extension and detect NFT-related content on Twitter. He added that the tool can be used to track the popularity of different NFT collections and the growth of particular communities around an NFT project. They spam blocked the biggest yo. Well, look, when your yo is that big, it might get blocked. You might be scaring the general public with the size of your yo. It's so grand. Let's see here. So the browser extension recognizes NFTs on Ethereum, Polygon, and Solana blockchains and does not support video or GIF files. So this type of tooling is awesome because it's making all of the interactions with different crypto assets feel more native, more in-browser, more searchable, more interactive. And that's good. That's what we want. We want more interactivity, right? So let's see. I accept cookies. Tasty cookies. So Binance US now says it's only removing 10 trading pairs in wake of lawsuit. Binance US said it will now only delist 10 trading pairs in the wake of a lawsuit brought against it by the SEC earlier this week. Binance US, the entity of crypto exchange Binance, said it will now only delist 10 trading pairs in the wake of the lawsuit brought against it by the SEC. Following community feedback, Binance.us will no longer remove any USDT advanced trading pairs, the exchange said in an update to an announcement made on Wednesday. And so all cryptocurrencies and USDT pairs remain available to trade. Only select BTC and BUSD advanced trading pairs below will be removed. So, trading pairs to be removed include Atom BTC. Sorry, guys. Atom's lit. Bitcoin Cash over BTC, which I don't know that anyone is deeply offended at that. Dot over BTC, which is what it is. LRC over BTC, Mana over BTC, Uni over BTC, VET, Tezos, HBAR BUSD, and 1 BUSD. Binance US had originally said it planned to delist around a third of its total trading pairs. It's pausing its OTC, over the counter, trading portal, an over the counter trading system that lets buyers and sellers trade without using a public order book. Your assets remain safe and secure with Binance US, and deposits and withdrawals continue to function as normal. So here's all that really happened. Some of the trading pairs disappeared here. And on Binance, you can still deposit and pull things out, but they did change the over the counter. Okay. And so, yeah, this is the whole over the counter piece. So Binance US to pause over the counter trading portal and delist some trading pairs after the SEC suit. So this is the other piece to that you do need to know about. Binance US, the US entity of crypto exchange Binance, will delist around 100 trading pairs on June 8th. Well, that was yesterday. So we know more information than this article as to that. The exchange said it will also pause its over-the-counter trading portal and over-the-counter trading system that lets buyers and sellers trade without using a public order book. The move comes after the SEC sued Binance on June 5th, alleging the firm engaged in violations that should bar it and CEO CZ from further business operations in the U.S. Man, they're trying. They are so sassy. The affected trading pairs include Flow, Ape, and Mana. I mean, yeah, duh. Your assets remain safe and secure, and deposits and withdrawals continue to function as normal. So, another piece to this article. Binance US is going to go crypto only as banking partners cut ties. And this is the big one. Amid regulatory scrutiny, Binance US will halt USD payment channels by June 13th. June 13th. So, oh no, thanks. Binance US announced, oh, not the llama. I'm getting this guy here. You are terrible. Go away. No more llama. No more llama for your drama. Binance US announced on June 9th it would transition to a crypto-only exchange for now. That's the big news here, okay? The move comes as its payment and banking partners suspend USD channels due to the SEC lawsuit against Binance and related entities over allegations of breaching securities laws, including operating as an unregistered exchange. Binance US said its banking partners intend to halt all USD payment channels by June 13th. The exchange advised users to withdraw USD balances via bank transfer before the deadline. Okay. So are you hearing this information? This is call to action for you. If you have money on Binance US, okay, if you have money on Binance US, they're going to halt USD payment channels by June 13th. So withdraw your USD balances via bank transfer, the ACH bank transfer, before June 13th. Okay. So frankly, what this looks like is this is a good time for you just to get your money off of Binance, get into self-custody, and wait for the storm to pass before doing anything on an actual exchange like that. And even then, you might just find out that one of these decentralized exchanges works nice, and from now on, you just want to do DEX trading. So that's my call to action here. This is not financial advice. This is technical advice. Don't leave your money on the exchanges because you don't own that. And right now they're being attacked by the SEC. So even if the exchange is acting in good faith and no one's hacking them, there is regulation that is going to tie their hands for a little bit. So just pay attention. My personal inclination is that all your money on Binance should be moved into self-custody. Hint, hint. So go ahead and give me an okie dokie in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. because I care about you and I don't want you to get played. Okay. Also, tell your friends. Tell your friends to get into self custody. I know people probably heard you say it. If they haven't, you probably should tell them. It's probably the most loving thing you can do as a crypto person is to tell people to get into self custody and even like come over to their house and help them figure out how to do that. Right. You don't even need a fancy ledger or Trezor. I personally recommend you do use a hardware wallet like that. But what I will say is you can just install the Bitcoin Core or whatever the wallet software is for the actual or the node software, I should say, for the blockchain. And you can generate your own private keys and just put them in a plastic bag so they're waterproof, put them in a fire safe so they're not going to get attacked by bugs or flame, and make sure it's locked in a secure location. And you've officially joined the Dirty Shovel Gang. So welcome to the Dirty Shovel Gang. Uh, yeah, it warned that there might be delays. Look, Codebug, he's given the Dokioki. So I'm just saying, anybody else in the chat, if you would give a Dokioki, that way everyone knows that you understand. And if later you come back and say, "Man, I got my crap hacked," you're like, "Bro, I told you." Like, I don't. It's not. I told you so. It's homie. What are you doing? Bro, I got you. Do you got you? You got this. The exchange has suspended USD deposits, so you can't put cash into it anymore. Reoccurring buy orders will start delisting USD trading pairs next week. Yeah. We sow dirt. Dirty. Oh, yeah. So get your money off there, dude. Don't get played. And so after June 15th, everything USD will be converted to stable coins. And so if you think you have it in USD, you don't. You have it in a stable coin if you keep it on there. So just pull it into self custody. Do yourself a solid. Binance US added that crypto trading, staking deposits, and withdrawals remain functional. So as long as you're dealing with just crypto, things will still work like normal, but you won't be able to. It looks like, my understanding, you won't be able to buy crypto from cash to crypto, and you won't be able to move crypto into cash and get it off into your bank account. So if that's what you do, Binance ain't for you, for just the time being, at least. So we'll see how this develops. This is probably, at least in my view, one of the most important things that's happened this entire year so far. So we're almost at the smack dab middle of the actual calendar year, right? Being in June, and this is the most important thing we've probably seen this whole time. So, call to arms for everyone who is a Dirty Shovel Gang. Get your self custody locked in. Also, while you're at it, do go through all of your other accounts and just make sure you have multi-factor authentication turned on all your accounts. Make sure your security makes sense. Make sure you're not reusing the same password on different accounts. Just across the board, get your, information security life in place. Because, I don't mean to call anyone out, and I'm not calling anyone out, but I know a very smart person who didn't have MFA on their Facebook and it got compromised. So things like that are really easy to just go through your accounts and your systems and just make sure you do have MFA on everything. You do have self custody where you can, and protect your neck. Protect your neck out there. So if you have questions about any of this SecOps stuff, you know where to find me. I'm always in the Discord. So link in the description. Go ahead and check that out. If you got questions, I got you. But for anyone who didn't hear this, make sure you get your money off of Binance and you get it into either your bank account, if it's a dollar balance that you need liquid, or into crypto, into your self custody. That way, any of this nonsense the SEC is doing can't lock you out of an exchange. So you heard it. Do it. I got you. I got you, baby girl. Baby girl. So, wow, that was quite a Brian Armstrong skull. So that is look how nicely groomed this man's scalp is. He bicks that scalp. He puts a hot towel on his head and shaves it nice and smooth. Real smooth. Hi, buddy. So Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong says he was met with an icy reception when chatting with Gensler. So Gensler's literally just throwing mad shade at Brian for no reason. There's no reason for the sass, dude. Brian's like being respectful and whatever. So Gensler has a little ego. That's what it looks like. Yeah, just wait. Things are going to get very interesting soon. Yeah, it looks like it. Sure looks like it. Dokioki, big old dirty shovel pimps. Well, I don't know that I'm pimping anything, but you could be pimps in the classic sense, perhaps in the X to the Z exhibit sense, where he pimps you a ride. Yeah. So let's read about this. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong said he was met with a pretty icy reception when chatting with the SEC Commission, or I'm sorry, the SEC Gary Gensler about registering his exchange. Armstrong said that the exchange tried to get a meeting and did meet virtually at some point, but unfortunately, it was frankly like a pretty icy reception, I'd say. That was a verbatim. He said that on Wednesday at a Bloomberg Invest event. Armstrong said Gensler directed him to talk to his lawyer. Ooh. First off, that's probably good advice, but that also shows that Gensler's not very amicable right now. Yeah. What's up? It's X to the Z exhibit. Yeah. I'm here to pimp your ride. I put an ice cream machine in the back of your truck. So you have an ice cream truck. Like, why? I don't want that. He's like, but we spent money on it for a TV show. We used liquid nails to attach this ice cream machine to the back of your truck. I'm like, why'd you glue a what? That show's ridiculous. Man. Armstrong's comments come a day after the SEC filed a lawsuit against Coinbase and said it was operating its platform while not being registered as an exchange broker or clearing agency. Okay, bud. The regulator also charged the U.S. crypto exchange for the unregistered offer and sale of securities related to its staking as a service program. The SEC did not charge Coinbase executives in the lawsuit, which is good. The regulator also named 13 cryptocurrencies as securities, according to this complaint. The day before, the SEC sued crypto exchange Binance and its CEO, CZ, for multiple offenses, including misleading investors, unlawfully operating as an exchange, among other charges. Gensler has called on exchanges to register and recently said this month that they tend to be rife with conflicts. Look, guy, I'm not your buddy, guy. You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy. You're not that guy. Campaign in Washington. The SEC's charges against Coinbase come a few weeks after the exchange released a new TV campaign to promote the future of crypto. In a black and white and almost 2-minute long video, Armstrong lays out the benefits of crypto and calls out its naive view. The naive view of crypto is that some speculative assets that people are trading and they're going to lose their shirts. That's a polite way to say that. Armstrong said, that's missing the forest through the trees. There are expected to be 4 ads total featuring Armstrong, which will appear on popular Sunday TV shows, with a new chapter going out each weekend according to a release. Man, that's smart. Catch the boomers on TV because you know they watch it. Yeah, that's wow. So what do you make of this article? Well, it looks like, for one, Brian Armstrong has a very cleanly shaven head, and I think that you're not that guy, pal. So it looks like Gensler is just going to drag this through legal. It's always going to go through the lawyers. He's pissy because we're interfering with the dollar, by creating alternatives to a bad financial system, and that's okay. That's okay, bud. And so Armstrong's he's fighting fair is what he's doing. He's just educating people and remaining amicable and going through proper channels. And this is how we win the long run, is by having upstanding uh, and persevering integrity, right? We do that, we look good in the long run. So, yeah, let's do this. De-dollarization now evident as central banks' U.S. dollar reserves drop to record lows, says J.P. Morgan. And this here is where the Oompa Loompas dumped the kids, it looks like. That's where Augustus Gloop Nincompoop fell. Augustus Gloop Nincompoop. Financial behemoth JP Morgan says the trend of de-dollarization is gaining steam as central banks around the world unload their US dollars holding, or US dollar holdings. In a new Reuters report, JP Morgan strategist Mira Chandon, Octavia Popescu say the dollar's share in central banks' foreign exchanges reserves has dipped to a 58%, a record low. It's okay. JP Morgan analyst also says that the trend of dollarization, I think you mean D's dollarization, becomes more evident when accounting for the fact that central banks have been heavily accumulating gold over the past 5 years. Shandon and Popescu say that in a half a decade, gold's shares in reserves have risen from 11% to 15%. The last month, banking giant UBS said that central banks planning to accumulate 700 metric tons worth of gold, or 48.74 billion US dollars worth of gold. 48.74 billion dollars this year as countries shy away from the US dollar due to geopolitical concerns and persistent inflation. These gold nuggets. You gotta keep your chicken nuggets safe though, bud. Some signs of de-dollarization are emerging. Shandon and Popescu add that the de-dollarization trend is likely to continue, even though the US dollar is managing to maintain its large footprint in the settlement of global trade. According to bank strategists, the dollar and the euro's share in trade invoicing have remained stable over the past decades at 40% to 50%. Meanwhile, the dollar's share in foreign exchange trading volume is close to its all-time high of 88%. The analysts also reveal that the dollar continues to dominate SWIFT payment at 43%. In comparison, the euro accounts for 32% and the Chinese yuan at 2.3%. So look, this is just looking at it, right? So it looks like the dollar's still got a 43% lead. Euro has 32. So there's not a huge gap there, but there is a gap. And the Chinese yen is still pretty small on this picture. So, yeah, it looks like it's no surprise, the gold is starting to show up on the charts. And so that's okay. There's no need to panic here. Because mind you, Hong Kong opened up crypto trading, so you're going to see Chinese money pour into the general crypto market cap. You have countries in the whole BRICS stack, no pun intended. They're pro Bitcoin, so you're going to see still in the crypto market cap, you're going to see money pour in there. It's just simply a matter of the US dollar is not going to have the same level of dominance that it's had, but frankly, that's okay. I think money has evolved so much that at this point, it's not really a risk. It's just kind of how things go. So next article here, U.S. government objects to Bitrix's customer repayment plan. So, man, you got a tiny font, my guy. What you doing? There we go. Look at that. It looks like apparently right at 175%, it looks good. It looks good. Looks fine. Now it's newsy reading time. Oh, Indo. Brother, I knew you'd come through. I missed you until you came in. And now I don't miss you anymore because you're here. I love gold. Man, with the gold member memes. Yeah, don't sleep on silver either. That's true. It's really good for killing werewolves and for trading on exchanges. So pay attention. What up, fam? Yeah, where to store it if not under your bed? Yeah, if only safes existed that were too heavy to lift out. Go figure. So the US administration has objected to a proposal by the bankrupt crypto exchange Bittrex to repay customer funds and crypto assets. Bittrex's US subsidiary declared bankruptcy in early May after regulators alleged that it was running an illegal securities exchange. Last year, the exchange agreed on two settlements worth $53 million and the Treasury for allowing customers based in Iran, Cuba, Crimea, to engage in unauthorized transactions. The firm later sought the court's approval to allow customers to withdraw their holdings without incurring the expense and delay of litigation. The US government, on the other hand, considers that prioritizing creditors is wrong. True. Siloing creditors into subordinate classes outside of the confirmation hearing is improper. Read the government's filing. It's improper. Bitrex's U.S. division has customer cash and crypto assets worth $50 million, $50 million, and $250 million each. Attorneys representing the group told the Delaware court that its operational company, which also declared bankruptcy, has $120 million in customer cash and cryptocurrency. They added that both companies have enough assets to honor withdrawals. The SEC goes after multiple alleged security violations. So when the Securities and Exchange Commission charged Bittrex in April, it alleged that Bittrex and its former CEO Bill Shihara deliberately violated the registration requirements of federal securities laws. They instructed crypto asset issuers to delete certain statements from their offering papers that indicate that they were securities. The regulators also accused Bittrex of earning at least $1.3 billion in transaction fees from investors, including those from the U.S., without registering or complying with U.S. securities laws. Interesting. So you're accusing Bittrex of earning transaction fees from investors without complying with securities laws. Okay. Bittrex repeatedly chose profits over investor protection, said the SEC Director of Enforcement, Gerber Grewal. Grewal? We got too many Grewals up in here. Earlier, or maybe not enough. Earlier, the SEC's persistent delays caused Binance to cancel its plan to acquire the asset of insolvent crypto lender Voyager, or Voyager, as they call it. No one calls it that. The SEC filed a lawsuit against Binance earlier this week for violating security laws. Yeah. Well, yeah, what's up? What's up? Codebug, everyone else. Indo's giving dap. Marnin. I like that. Top of the Marnin to you. Kissing me Blarney Stone. Yeah. So really the SEC is just piss and vinegar right now, dude. Like they're asserting that Bittrex, they're asserting that Coinbase, they're asserting that Binance, are all in bad faith, and who knows, maybe Bittrex is, I don't know, but for sure FTX was, for sure. There's been a handful, but mind you, all of these are centralized problems. These are centralized companies. This is not a crypto problem. This is a crypto on-ramp problem, perhaps, but this isn't an issue with crypto in and of itself. So don't let anybody try to pin it that way, because this has nothing to do with the security of a blockchain. This has nothing to do with the viability of a decentralized distributed ledger. We're still bullish on all of those things, and they're not arguing those points other than throwing mud and saying that it's speculative, which, I mean, everything's speculative until it's come to pass. So duh, right? Duh. Come on, guy. So USDC introduced on Ethereum's layer 2 scaling solution, Arbitrum. Circle stablecoin extends its reach to 9 blockchains, tapping into Arbitrum's ecosystem and enhancing liquidity transfer. Circle brought its native USDC on Arbitrum, Ethereum's leading layer 2 scaling solution, making Arbitrum the 9th blockchain. Oh no! I literally don't know what that alarm's for. It's probably an AM PM flip. With 9th blockchain to extend support for USDC, according to Circle's official announcement. The newly enabled function allows businesses utilizing Circle to conveniently swap USDC across supported chains, avoiding the costs and time lags typically linked with bridging transactions. Interesting. So, following a recent bug in Arbitrum's sequencer software, which caused a temporary halt to on-chain transaction verification, Circle's USDC introduction on the Arbitrum network now allows developers, businesses, and users to access Arbitrum USDC and take advantage of faster settlement times and lower costs offered by the Arbitrum network, according to the announcement. Yeah, my alarm is cute, isn't it? I actually have a song that goes with it. It's "Get the hell out of your bed, get the hell out, dude." You know, it's just but really, that's the song that goes off in my head. So now you know. So whenever you hear it, you can think, "Get the hell out of your bed." So Arbitrum, one of Ethereum's layer 2 scaling solutions, with 2.2 billion total volume. I always forget what TVL stands for. TVL stands for total value locked. Duh. Leverages. So basically, that's the security. That's basically the hash rate. So 2.2 billion TVL. So $2.2 billion are total value locked on proof of stake, right? Leverages optimistic roll-up technology to boost the throughput of transactions for decentralized apps, all while maintaining the security features of the Ethereum blockchain. Circle's deployment of native USDC on Arbitrum maintains a 1-to-1 ratio with USD, with Arbitrum releasing a bridged USDC called USDC.E. Wow. Not issued by Circle. Plans are underway to transition liquidity smooth jazz from USDC-E to USDC over time. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, it's cool. So basically, any USDC bridged on Ethereum on the Arbitrum network is USDC.E. So whenever you start seeing that's what that's about. So Circle account and Circle APIs to access Arbitrum USDC for diverse use cases, including programmable, quick, and global transactions, as well as trading, lending, and borrowing on decentralized apps such as Camelot, GMEX, and Uniswap. Users can also use Arbitrum's USDC for payments for e-commerce, NFT marketplaces, and gaming. The Circle account and APIs also simplify the swapping process. I'm going to sneeze. That's what happens when you don't take your allergy pill on time. I'm okay. All the trees, the freaking pine trees, are just dumping angiosperm in the air. When it rains, I have like little drops of yellow from the pollen collecting on my tables. Makes me sad. Thank you for the blessing. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you for the blessing. Thank you for the blessing. Thank you, sir. Bless you. Circle account APIs also simplified the swapping process of the USDC natively across the 9 supported blockchains: Aave, Balancer, Camelot, Coinbase, Curve, GMEX, Radiant, Trader Joe. Oh, hey, Trader Joe, and Uniswap. So I think that's good news. Just seeing more options for stable coins is cool. Yeah, it's true. The trees are listening to freaking "Let's Get It On." You know that song? And it's just happening. All right. So Moody's downgrades Coinbase, citing uncertain magnitude of the SEC charges. It's fair, actually. I mean, the SEC is barking loud right now, dude. They barking. The question is, are they barking to keep us safe? Or are they barking to put a moat around people who have paid them? I don't know. I don't know, bud. You tell me. Meanwhile, financial services firm Berenberg Capital told Cointelegraph that it viewed Coinbase shares as uninvestable in the near term. Well, that's some FUD by the blood. Credit rating agency Moody's, yeah, has downgraded its rating of Coinbase from stable to negative. Oh, so sad. Following the SEC's legal action against the crypto exchange for allegedly operating as an unregistered securities broker, or broker, as we call it in the broccoli community. In a June 8th statement, Moody's said the downgrade was due to concerns about the impact of Securities and Exchange Commission action on Coinbase's day-to-day operations. The change in outlook to negative from stable reflects the uncertain magnitude of impacts the SEC charges will have on Coinbase's business model and cash flows. Despite the downgrade, Moody's noted that Coinbase maintains a strong liquid position. That's true. The rating agency looked favorably on the company's $5 billion in cash and equivalents compared to its $3.4 billion in long-term debt. So they're solvent is what this means, right? They got $5 billion, they can move around, and they got $3.4 billion in revolving debt. That's, what is that? 1.6 solvent. So that's good. Firm added it expects Coinbase to maintain its focus on expense management that has successfully mitigated declines in transaction revenue in the past. Yeah. YouTube blocks everything. You got to put spaces on things. It's true. Or use threes. You got to use leet speak, my guy. You got to use the leet speak. You know, the good old 5-3x or something. Moody's wasn't alone in adjusting its outlook on Coinbase. While financial services firm Berenberg Capital reiterated its pre-existing hold rating to its clients, it slashed its price target for coin shares from $55 to $39. No! That's funny. In crypto, like, we're so desensitized to that type of volatility. It's like, yeah, buy the dip. It's cool. Like, yeah. In emailed comments to Cointelegraph, Berenberg research analyst Mark Palmer explained the reduction in the price targets reflects their view that Coinbase could see its already weak Q2 trading volume persist and intensify as a result of the SEC's charges, explaining, given the potentially significant impacts of the lawsuit's outcome on Coin's U.S. operations, we would expect some investors to reduce their exposure to its platform. It's true. The Model S, the Model 3, the Model X, and the Model Y, all Tesla cars. That's true. This car is just so sexy. What is that? Additionally, Palmer noted the SEC's desired remedy would require the complete wind down of Coin's core business practices, namely its staking services. As such, Palmer advised that investors should hold off on pursuing any investment in Coinbase shares in the short term. And look, this isn't financial advice, but this is technical advice, technical IT kind of advice. I would say people should pay attention to any place they can stake with self-custody. There are a handful of coins out there that do allow staking, if you're interested in staking, with self-custody. Tezos is one of them. And so you hold your private keys in that case. You stake your coins to the node. And basically, all you're risking is opportunity costs if they don't keep the node up and running or pay you on time. So pay attention more so to that, because that's very aligned with Dirty Shovel Gang to hold your own keys. And if you're going to be staking to something where you don't have to trust them with your principal amount. So what the heck do I know? Additionally, Palmer noted the SEC's desired remedy would require the complete wind down of Coinbase's or Coin's core business practices, such as staking services. That doesn't affect anybody if they're in self-custody, right? As such, Palmer advised the investors should hold off pursuing any investment in Coinbase shares in the short term. That actually might be the opposite advice, right? Palmer's advising you don't buy any. Typically, when the majority is moving away from something, that's when you scoop. You buy the dip and buy low, sell high, right? Or you could do what most people are doing, and that's buy high, sell low. It seems to work for everyone because they're all rich, right? That's not true. They're not. Yeah, the inverse Kramer. It's exactly that, right? It's exactly that. You gotta sell Bitcoin. You should be buying Bitcoin. it's that whole deal. So while Palmer says Coinbase is uninvestable, ARK Investor CEO Cathie Wood does not seem too worried. In an interview with Bloomberg, Wood said increasing regulatory scrutiny of competitor crypto exchange Binance was ultimately a good thing for Coinbase in the long run. And by the way, heads up, there's a lot of people who took videos of Cathie Wood, from ARK Invest, and also Elon Musk, and they just have them like on YouTube as a live video, even though it's not live. Those are scams. Don't watch that crap. Don't fall for that. Don't get played, homie. Why do I click on stuff? I love clicking. They're different. ARC CEO Cathie Wood says SEC seems to muddle allegations against Coinbase and Binance. Yeah, they kind of mix them up. They just see them as orange coin bad. Orange coin bad. At the time of publication, Wood's ARK Invest is the world's fourth largest holder of Coinbase shares, and it shows no sign of giving up that title anytime soon. On June 7th, the investment firm purchased an additional 21.6 million worth of coin shares. So they're buying the dip, my guy. They're buying the dip. Yeah, if it's not your cheese, it's not your keys. That's right. Coinbase shares have plummeted 15.7% since the beginning of the week and are currently changing hands. That means trading, by the way, for $54.90 a piece, according to data from Google Finance. Yeah, people are also using video AI, like deepfakes, to trick people. And really, I think that's the big risk of AI is people are too stupid to know what's legit and what's not legit, right? And there's a lot of knee-jerk reactions where people are like, oh my goodness, that guy said that, and they'll just tell everybody without validating the claim. So that's just going to keep happening. It's going to get bad. It's going to get really, really bad. And AI is going to use it to exploit the general level of intelligence of lay folk. So, by the way, I was wondering what the heck was happening. Like I was living in some sort of a weird world. The clock on my computer says 7:30 a.m. on the dot, which it's not on my phone. It clearly says it's 7:58. So I thought I was freaking out, but it was really just my clock wasn't working. So now you know. The more you know. And I'm going to end on this last article here with a bit of a strategy for everybody. So Binance US suspends US dollar deposits to pause fiat withdrawal channels. So Binance US, a cryptocurrency trading platform set up by Binance Chief CZ to serve US clients, said on Friday it suspended US dollar deposits to protect customers amid intensifying regulatory pressure. So this is just a fast fact. They didn't write an article about this yet. But Binance US tweeted Friday, it has also notified its users of an upcoming pause of fiat withdrawal channels or with its banking partners, such as, I'm reading this all crazy, with its banking partners as early as June 13th. So that's coming up quick. The company's move comes after the U.S. Securities Exchange Commission on Monday sued Binance entity CZ for allegedly unregistered offers and sales of securities. The SEC has taken to using extremely aggressive and intimidating tactics in its pursuit of an ideological campaign against the American digital asset industry, Binance US tweeted. Binance.us and our business partners have not been spared in the use of these tactics, which has created challenges for the banks with whom we work. The exchange noted that trading, staking, deposits, withdrawals, and cryptocurrencies remain fully operational. The US platform said it will also delist US dollar trading pairs starting next week, but will continue to support stablecoin pairs. In addition, action against Binance, the SEC on Tuesday asked a federal judge to freeze the assets of Binance US. In response, Binance US tweeted on Tuesday that users' assets remain SAFU, safe and secure. So here is the strategy for everybody. Probably today, if not tomorrow, you want to get all of your USD value either put into a crypto and moved into your own custody, or go over to the ACH bank if you need it, to pay bills or whatever. Get it off the exchange. As far as the money goes, the crypto money, get that into your own self-custody. Get it off the exchange. Put it in your own custody wallet and learn how to use a DEX. I will be going over DEXs. This weekend. I'm building a strategy guide for different DEXs, showing people how to use them. So I want everybody to really learn how to use a decentralized exchange so that you don't have to be wailed on by these sorts of centralized exchange happenings. Okay. That's the strategy, though. We're still going to keep DCA. You can use Coinbase. Coinbase still has a on-ramp for buying crypto with your bank account. I know there's plenty of other on-ramps. Binance is just specifically being singled out because they're easy to use. So don't give up on your dollar cost average. Keep doing that. Get your money into self-custody and get your US dollar amounts that you need liquid off the exchanges and into your bank accounts so you can pay bills, whatever you got to do. So that is, from Crypto and Coffee with Love. That's our strategy. Okay. So Dirty Shovel Gang, you got this. That's the strat. We're not going to spaz on it. We're just going to do what's right, and we're going to look smart for it. So that's our show for the day. I hope everyone had a wonderful Friday. Sincerely love you guys. Hope you have a great weekend. Make sure you get outside, get some fresh air, take some allergy pills so that the angiosperm doesn't clog up your lungs there, though, bud. You don't want your lungs all clogged up there, bud. And until next time, keep calm and huddle on. And we're going to dance. I need to shave. My neck beard's coming in. Look at that. Look at that.